Good morning again from the great big old state of Texas. This is Vonda here. How y'all doing today? I just got done with the video number 12. It will be up first. And at the end of that, I told you that I was going to try the faux resin pour swipe spin. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm doing it with my new Studio 71 paints that I just got. I have used Studio 71 white, titanium white, to make my bloom paint. It does work, not as good as Amsterdam sometimes. But Studio 71 is less expensive, so those of you that want less expensive, you can try these. I haven't tried any of their other paints. I've heard they're very highly pigmented, so I'm going to try, excuse me, I've got a tickle this morning in my throat. I'm going to try to mix them very slowly with my glue and water, because my glue finally got here, so I'm using my glue and water mixture today. And I'm also going to use some of Sargent's Art acrylic pearlescent mixing medium in with these, just to give them a little sparkle, a little more bling for this painting. I was going to use all my Arteza, but then I remembered I got these. I love my Arteza, but all I have are the metallics, and I just got one new paint color called Burnt Sienna from Arteza, and I'm going to try that in the next video. But so this is what we're doing today. I'm using Craft Smart Satin Acrylic Paint as my base, and I'm going to be mixing black and blue and white swiping colors. The blue I think I'm going to use is this ultramarine blue, which I think is just really stunning. I don't know if you can see the color, the true color of that, but it's so pretty. So that's going to be one swipe color. The other, of course, is going to be the white, which I have a large white here, so I'm going to use that so I don't have to open another one. Oh, and I'm thinking I might use, I know I'm going to use Mars Black, but I'm thinking of adding another swipe color, and I'm thinking it might be this Alizarian Crimson. I love this. So, yes, 4 swipe colors. Ultramarine blue, however you say that, Alizarian Crimson, and the white. Those are going to be my swipe colors. Okay? Let's pick out some other colors here. I think I'm going to go with a green, a yellow, an orange, a light blue, and a red. Oh, and for fun, we're going to throw in some yellow ochre. That sounds good. 2 yellows. Okay. So, the exact colors are yellow ochre. Okay. These are going to be the paint colors I'm actually using. Cad Yellow Medium U. Cerulean Blue. Hooker's Green. Okay. Cadmium Red U and Cad Red Light U, which is more of an orange color. Okay, I'm going to bring you down, show you what I'm painting on today. I'm painting on this 8x14 wood panel. I get these from Michael's on sale. I got a package of 4 of this size for $5.99. So 4 paintings for $5.99. That's pretty good. That's $2 a painting. So it's a lot cheaper than canvas right now. I'm just using them up, and I'm using them for experiments. So this is going to be my experimental one. I'm going to move these colors to the side. I'm going to bring these colors over to this side where I'm going to be mixing from. And get my little cups. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors there. And 1, 2, 3, 4 of the swipe colors. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of my water and glue in these. And I normally have this in a smaller container, but I don't have one out right now. And this is kind of thin because these paints, I have heard, are they get thick really quickly. So this is more, instead of 730, it's about 60-40. Let me just put some in. Each one of these got those way too close together. I'm out of puppy pads. Those of you that use puppy pads, I have a cheaper way for you to do that. I was on Amazon researching puppy pads. The price has gone up. I swear, I think some people have figured out that us artists are buying up everything that we need. So, I Googled bedwetting pads. Guess what? They're a lot cheaper. A lot less expensive than the puppy pads. So, today I have the brown paper on my countertop because I'm going to spin this, which is going to be on my little spinner here. Just a plastic cake spinner that I use for decorating cakes. The paint comes right off of it when it's dry. Another source of skins, I'm telling you. I have 2 paint sticks taped to the top. I'm going to put blue tape on on each stick. I'm going to do it double-sided. I'll go ahead and show you how I'm doing that now while I'm talking about it. Let's see, move you this way. Blue tape. Cheap blue tape from Amazon. 6 rolls for $20, I think I got these for. I'm going to put a piece on that stick. And I'm going to put a piece on that stick. And I'm going to put my fingers underneath like this. I'm going to try to have the same amount on each side. And the same amount on each side there. Just going to lower it down, press it firmly, and voila! And the sticks you can spin with and stop with your palette knife and spin the other way with your palette knife. I figured out this is the easiest way to do it. So, my lowly Veffy spatula, need that. Don't need my tape anymore. I'll fold the end over, put it back where it belongs. These colors. Okay, let me see if I have any of these left. I'm running out of everything. Okay, stir sticks. I'm going to start with this Cad Red Light U. And if I can get it open, going to put just that much on the end of my stick, because I've heard that it gets so thick because it's really a nice paint. And I'm going to let you watch this change into that color. Remember, this is 60-40 glue and water I'm mixing it in, so it's quite thin. You can tell it's just like watered almost. And that was just a tiny bit of that. Okay, we're going to try that again. We're going to do another little bit. Like I said, I'm going to mix this slowly because I haven't used these before. You can still see what's on the end there. I'm going to do that again. And we're going to try one more dollop here, which will be 3, just to get my measurement down for the rest of the paint. And this is already thickening up. Look at the difference. It's starting to get thicker. And that's just 3 little tiny tabs on the end of my stick here. I know this is probably really boring for some of you, but some of you haven't used these paints like me, and they're less expensive. Well, you know, not as expensive as some paints, but I'm going to say this is 4. So 4 little beads of that Studio 71 in a half of a Dixie cup of 40-60 glue and water. Still quite a bit on the end of that stick there. Work that down in there. Okay. So I'm going to do one more, which will be 5 blobs, 5 blobettes, and a little dab. One must have been using really thick medium because that is still very thin. And so this will be 6. Whoops, that came right out of there. 6, yeah, about 6. Which would be about a third of a popsicle stick length. And now I can really feel it starting to get thick. And I can see the color starting to come out. You can see the difference in the thickness coming out. So we're going to go with 6 blobs as our starting point. And now I'm going to put some of this pearlescence in there. I'm just going to do a squirt. And stir that in good. Just to give this a little shininess for the painting I want. It's just the effect I want. Probably shouldn't be testing these with another medium in them, but I'm going to do it for the sparkle. Just for the sparkle. And that's pretty good. It's a little runny still, but I'm going to let it set and set up, because sometimes after things sit, they get thicker. Okay, I am going to pause this so you don't have to watch me mix all the rest of the paints, and I will bring you back as soon as I'm set up. If I can figure out how to pause you, I will. Okay, where's my pause at? Maybe I won't pause you. Okay, it might just be a long video. I don't know. So, there's that one. I'm going to do the blue next. And instead of measuring that each blob, I'm just going to do what I figure is about 1/3 of a pick. 2, 3, 5, 6 blobs. And a dollop of that. And if we have to come back and do another blob, we'll do that. But I just want to get a base, basically see how those are going to go. Let me do this hooker green next. Six little blobs of that. We're going to tap these, get some of those bubbles to the top. If you don't want to watch me do this, you can absolutely go forward. I just have this new iPad up here and I'm not really sure how to pause it. I don't see a pause button and I don't want to cut you off. I did that in the last video, and so I don't want to do that and hit the button that I did last time because it didn't work. Very iridescent looking. We're going to go with the yellow ochre, or ochre next. Needs a little bit more, I think, to make it 6. Ooh, that's a strong color. I can tell by looking at it. Don't know how much of that we're going to need in our painting, but it's really pretty. Strong but beautiful. Like me, strong and beautiful. I'm not really strong anymore with my fibromyalgia, but that's okay. I'm still strong. And some iridescent sergeants in there. Well, that one thickened right up. Now I'm going to go with the cadmium red hue. If I can get it open. Hands working today. this is going to be one of my favorite colors. Oh yeah. Bring me the cadmium red. And we'll let that one set up. And one thing I did not get was my washcloth, which I normally have up here and ready. I'll get that wet in between paints. And the last one of this mix is the Cadmium Yellow Medium Hue. Do 5 of that. That looks pretty thick for some reason. Oh, that's a beautiful color also. I'm loving these colors. Okay, we're going to let those set. Now going to do my, let me find my Floetrol here. Where did I put it? And now I've got one open. Okay, there it is, hiding from me. So I'm going to measure out about 2 parts of this. I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That one needs just a tiny bit more. Okay. I haven't yet drank my coffee. Maybe my tickle in my throat will go away. Okay. First one we're going to do is this beautiful alizarin. I don't know how you say that word, crimson. And I'm just going to do what I think is 1 part of that in there. So I'm doing my swiping 2 to 1. Or probably more like 3 to 1 right now. Let's see what it... Okay, that must be what people were talking about. How come this got thick? It does get, I think it's when it's mixed with the Floetrol, it almost becomes, wow, like, did it just stay on my stick there? It's just thick. If I had a, okay, there's one color. Boy, that's pretty. Pretty color. And I'm not going to end up using that stick. I do not like that stick for stirring. Let me find something else here. Ha! Okay, so that's one. Then we're going to do the ultramarine blue. Also the same. I'm going to try to do one part, what I think is one part of it. Okay. I should have done these colors yesterday, but I just wanted to see, look how thick that is in Floetrol. Okay, I might have to thin these down for swiping, but we'll see. Okay, now we're going to do the Mars Black. Now, I don't even know if I'm going to get cells with these when I do this swipe, so don't be disappointed if you... No, I didn't mix my paints with the pouring medium, or with the recipe, but I found that I can get just as good a results without the recipe in my paints. And there's some of them up on the wall. I'll show you a little bit later. And that is also, look how thick that is. And I poured that right into the Floetrol. I didn't put it on my stick. I think I'm going to have to do another, I think I'm going to have to thin those down just a tad bit. Let's see how this one is. Yep, they're all going to have to be thinned down a tad bit. So I'm just going to give them each 1 squirt of water. We'll get it working here. Not much water. I don't want to ever dilute this down too much, but you can also use it with just water, and we're going to have to do more than that. I'm going to do 2 more. That's a little better. The reason I use the spray bottle is because my hands shake really bad, and pouring water in, unless it's got a dripper top, I just can't do it without spilling a whole bunch in and having to start over again. So and it gives you a nice little bit of water. It kind of washes down your sides, scrape your sides good, get all that water down in there. That's better. So thick. Okay, I think we're about ready to go here. One thing I'm going to do is get my towel wet. I'll be right back. Okay, I have a wet towel. I like to use that to wipe my gloves on, along with my paper towel. Let's see how these are. A little thin. I think I'm going to do a couple more blobs in each one. I could be moving those to the side. I'll just put them in order over there, since I'll be pouring from that side. Okay, let's get these stirred up really quick. Get that paint stirred in. Okay. Some of those bubbles up, out of there. Swiping colors out of the way. Glue, and move this where you can see it. For pouring purposes, bring it down just a little bit more. There we go. There. Okay. This is my Craft Smart satin acrylic paint. It is white. I'm going to first cover the canvas in it as much as I can. Because this is wood, the paint, it takes a lot of paint to make it flow. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that real quick here. Nothing fancy, just enough to cover all the wood up. Let it start soaking into that raw sanded wood. Kind of like a gesso-ing it, only as we go. I suppose I should do that to my boards, but I never know what I'm going to be doing on them, so there we go. And we're going to make it thicker in the middle. Ooh, that's thick. Should have thinned that down some, I guess. Do that next time. I haven't used this one before. I'm going to fold my paper towel back that way. I have it taped down underneath, so once it gets dirty there, I can use it the other way. Oh, I've got a blob in there. Get my tweezers. Get that out. Don't want that in my painting. Okay, now, gloves. This is my 5th painting on this one pair of really good vinyl gloves that I got off of Groupon. 100 pieces for $24. I'm going to take my bit off, reattach it somewhere else so I don't get paint on it, even though it is waterproof. I have washed it before. Don't like to tempt fate, so I'll put it right there. Okay, here we go. Colors. I'm just going to do these in the order that I have them here. I'm going to try to push some of those bubbles out. Karen, this one's for, or Karen, Kathy, this one's for you. There's a Karen out there, this is for you too. That thickened up just right. Kathy and Phil, hopefully this will find you well in Arizona. I know if it's hot here, it's doubly hot there from what my sister says. Except for y'all don't have the humidity that we have here, but I know, Kathy, you don't care about humidity. It's just hot. I know. I agree. We'll see how this works. So far I'm really liking the paint colors that come out. We'll just see how my swiping colors are. I like that green. Y'all will excuse me for 1 second. I have to get my chair. My body is telling me it's time to sit down. Oh, okay, that's better. Okay, that was green. How about this ochre color yellow, ochre or whatever it's called here? Let me put some of that in. Oh, I got the drips. Phil, I got the drips. Phil and Kathy, I got the drips. Okay, there's that. Now this is that red that I'm just so excited about. Is this the red? Oh, is the... Yeah, this is a cadmium red hue. The first one was the cad red light hue. So this is the dark, the different. Boy, look at the difference in their colors. They look so similar in the cups to me. But I know I'm flipping colors. I'm a color flipper. And this cadmium yellow medium is so bright and beautiful. We've got to have some of that in there. Okay, that's probably good. It's 6 colors here, and we'll use 4 to swipe with. So that's those 6 colors done. Move them over so they don't get paint on them when we spin here, or in them when we spin. Knowing my luck, I'll knock over all of them with the popsicle stick sticking that way, so I'm going to move them around. Okay, now for my swiping, I'm going to simply use this piece of plastic, bend it a little bit. It makes a nice sway in the middle. First thing I'm going to do, hopefully you can see that, I'm going to put some of this, I shouldn't say pour because I don't think it's going to pour too well, this color here on there. It looks like a cranberry color to me, or berry color. And then we're also going to put blue on here for right now. For our swiping colors. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, and I know everybody wrecks this. I'm thinking it's so pretty. Do I want to wreck it? Or do I want to tip it? I think I'm going to tilt it just a little bit. Just to kind of get those colors moving around there. And I'm going to torch it just a tiny bit and get some of those bubbles out. There's lots of bubbles in it. Better. I'll drink a coffee before we start swiping here. Okay, Loli Beffy small spatula. I am just going to do a little zigzag through it like that. And maybe like, whoops, too deep. That and like that, and that is it. I don't like wrecking stuff because it gets so muddy. Okay, we're gonna try this pink here, see how this works. Here we go. I'll bring you down a little bit closer. See if we get any cells there. Oh, starting to. Do a little bit more. I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to go this way with it. Now the blue. Oh, too deep. I'm going to have to do that one over. Oh, I hate having to use this stuff for wasting my paints. I need to pick them up, I guess. Ooh, that blue is beautiful. No black yet. Go over that white part again. Makes kind of a rainbow there. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I think one more blue swipe. We'll do it like that. Okay, I'm going to move that swiping tray over there. I'm going to grab another piece and bend it. I'm going to do white on one end. And don't know if I'm going to use the black, but I'll put a little black out here. Okay, we're going to start with the white. And I think I'm going to do it right through here like this. for a minute. I'm going to use these little cards. They're little white, bright cards. And I'm just going to move this over so you can see all this paint here. I'm just going to pick it up off of there on this card. There's my husband peeking through the window at me. He's going walking. And look what it does. Put it on that card, and then I can use that for skins when they dry. Hate to waste paint. Okay, get you back over here. I didn't see any cells at all in that white. Well, a tiny bit, but now I'm gonna try the black. I know, Phil, you don't like the black, but I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Oh, that was horrible. Horrible, I say, horrible. Don't like the black. We're going to use the blue again. And we're going to cut through that black and that white like that. Okay, I'm not seeing a lot that I like. I don't see any cells. I see my paint breaking here. And I don't know if that's the paint I'm using underneath. But right now, at this point, I'm scraping it. I'm going to start over. I don't like it. I don't like that there's no cells. Not a good reaction for me. Okay, and look at that beautiful pour there. Oh, I'm going to put that on that card. Look at that. There's one card. Ooh, almost went through that on my phone. I'm going to pick up a little more of that. Just to see the colors, see if it does anything else that's interesting that I need to look at or analyze later. Okay, so I'm going to keep my swiping colors over here. I'm going to bring this back here where you can see it. I am going to just use good old Amsterdam white. If I can get it open with my hands. That up real fast. Oh. White here. This is an experiment with new paints, and so that generally makes videos really long. So if you want to skip through some of this, feel free. I'm just gotta try this with this just plain white paint. that up here real quick. Scrape that little bit of color off there, out of the way. Pop some of those big bubbles. Set that right in white paint. That was good. Okay, let's see if this is too runny or too thick, or yeah, that's about right. Look at all those bubbles. Oh boy, that's runny. Too runny. Too runny, too runny. I'm having one of those days today, girls and boys. Welcome to Vonda's Mess Up Studio. There's just some days, you know, when you're experimenting that things just don't quite go your way. And, well, today's probably one of those days for me. Let's see if that's better. Get rid of that pump out of there so I can pour. Try this again here. With this is I'm going to get that out of the way, somewhat out of the way. Bring this forward again so you can see it, so you're in frame. I'm just going to mix that white and that white together and just spread it over my canvas to give me that base. Paint is paint, whether it's thin, colored, uncolored. This is just plain old glue, water, and Artist Loft. And just pour me some in a cup. Still runny, but it's a lot easier to fix now because I'll just do up a little bit at a time, let that sit. Put some squirts of white in there. Guess I should have been doing this with Studio One, but that's titanium white, and I didn't really want to waste all my titanium white. That's why I thought I would use the Craft Smart paint, but boy, that just made everything crack. There we go, that's better. Okay, we're going to put this in the center here. Okay, try this again. I'm going to start with the yellow. Look how bright that is on there. Oh, I should have torched that first. Get some of those bubbles out. Go on, bubbles. Go away. Go away. I am not going to wreck this time and muddy it. I'm just going to do this, see if we can get a swipe with some cells. There's the yellow. Not going to go through all the names of the colors again. I'm just going to put them on so I don't waste any more of your time. I know your time's not being wasted because you're learning from my mistakes. So I'm going to pull this a little more forward here while I'm doing this because my body's telling me to slow down today. This is the third video I've done today, I think. So yeah. You know what? I'm going to leave this color out, that ochre color. I think it's kind of muddying compared to some of these other colors. So I'll just use these other colors. Love this green. I don't know what hooker it came off of, but it's green. And then I'm going to do the other red. Orangish red. Looked orange to me. It still looks orange to me, but might dry completely different. And then we're going to do the blue. Well, Kathy, see, I should practice off camera, but then nobody learns anything. This is how I learned, is from other people's mistakes. So I'm going to do a little more of that yellow on top of there. And we're going to call that good. Doesn't look like a lot of paint, but it's good enough. Okay, swiping color. Blue and this red color. We're going to try to stay with those two. Not really hot with the white, and I'm not really hot with the black, so we're going to try this. And I'm not going to wreck it like I said. I'm just going to do that. Oh, that was pretty. And then I'm going to come like this. Like that, and then I'm going to do it again, see if I can get a little more of that pink on there. And here we go with the blue. My hands are getting tired. I'm digging into the paint. Sorry. Well, this definitely looks better than the last one. I don't see any paint cracking. I see a few more cells. I love this band here of color. Let's see if we can do a little more. Maybe we can do some blue over that and do that. And I think I'm stopping there. I think that we're just going to spin it now and see what happens, because I really like that composition so far. I like that we're getting a few little cells. I've got way too much paint on there, but you know what? Here we go. I think we'll go this way. And let's see what we have here. Let me stand up so I can see better. I'm too short in that chair. Well, I'm short anyway, but let's see. Did get some cells from that blue. A nice rainbow through there. I think I'm going to turn it this way. And then this way a little bit. I think I'm going to tip some of that rainbow back on there. Okay, well, my colors are really light, but I kind of like it. I didn't get the cells from my CA, but I didn't use any of the recipe. So, guess next time maybe I need to put some gloss in my paint. I don't know, but I like it. I like the way the white's coming through. I'm going to torch it, or attempt to. My torch is not working the greatest this week. Get some of those bubbles. There's so many bubbles in there. See, told you. Fill in this again, let that sit for a minute. I might pour some more colors on there. I might experiment with some of my other colors that I have upside down over here. Oh no, my new shirt. I forgot to put my bib on. Hopefully that'll come off. Oh man, brand new shirt too. I just got this shirt today. Have some paints that I was using for another pour for my swipe that we scraped left over, and I think I might put some of those in the center and see how they work with the cell activator that we made up. I also have some yellow cell activator made up that I might try with this because it's so rainbowish, and we'll see how that works. Okay. Try this torch again, see if I can get some of those bubbles out. Thing is just not working. Okay, I'll let it set for a while, see what happens. Okay, these are the paints I had left over from our last pour. So, I'm going to try those just on top of what we already have, okay? So I'm going to bring this a little closer to me. Hopefully you can still in frame there. Have some blue Liquitex. These are all upside down because they're all about empty. Put a little bit of gold. A little bit of purple. I'm not going to put much of that in there because purple always takes over. Some pink. A little turquoise green. Just to add some colors to the ones that we're using. It's a neon orange. You know what Gilly says, if you don't like it, fix it. So that's what we're doing. I'm fixing it. All my favorite colors here. Whoa, threw that one right away. And we have some rose gold. And a lighter blue, phthalo blue. Light phthalo blue hue, or no, it's not, I'm sorry, cobalt blue. Okay, that's the end of those colors. I'm going to put some of this yellow in because I think it goes really good with those colors. I'm just going to kind of try to do a really nice rainbow swipe here. Bright one. See how well these paints play together. I'm just going to swipe right over the top of the existing one because I don't like it. Put a little bit of this green in. And some of this light blue. I'm not only going to swipe with this color, but I'm going to drizzle a little bit of it in there just because I like it so much. It's kind of hard to drizzle that, it's kind of thick. Okay. I'm going to spin it around just a little bit just to kind of mix those colors up. I'm not going to mix them. Okay, this got paint all over it when we spun, so I'm going to wipe it off on my paper towel. Maybe I should just do it with black. No. Red and blue. Okay. Okay, try this again. Here we go. get that in my swiping color, dang it. And once again, what am I doing? Oh well, mix it in, no biggie. Okay, that's it. I'm going to let that sit for just a minute while I clean up some of this mess. I think we're done with that. Oh, I was going to use my yellow CA. Maybe I'll try a little bit of that before I stop. Whoa! Okay, that cap's up there somewhere in my cupboard. Let me try one swipe of this. See if I get any cells here. Probably not, but it was pretty. It was worth a shot. Okay. Okay, let me look at that. That's not too bad. It's kind of interesting, but not my favorite. I'll go back to the drawing board, do recipes like I'm supposed to, but I gotta experiment with some of this stuff. I think I'm gonna do a little swipe of black through there just for some contrast. Now, you know what I'm going to do to it? I'm not even going to mess with that anymore. I'm just going to take my Lowly Veffy swiper. I'm going to do a swipe through it like that. I'm going to pick up a bunch of this paint. That's still good. I'm going to do a swipe through it like that. And I'm going to do a swipe through it like that. And one through it like that. And one through it like that to even it out. And guess what? We're starting over tomorrow because my body is tired. And that was not a very good experiment. I will try painting just a regular swipe with those colors. And actually, we're not going to do it tomorrow because I can't wait. You know, I can't wait until tomorrow to do a swipe. No, no waiting for swipes. No, no. Because I love my swipes. So, I'm going to bring you back over here closer to me again. And we're going to do a swipe with these colors. on some blue. I love this blue. I just really like this blue a lot. Okay, I'm going to put this in because I don't want to waste it. White, just a drizzle of white if I can. Little drizzles, that's it. White just for some contrast. And we're going to use this blue also. And I'm going to swipe it with black. That's how I pop bubbles. I know it's strange, but let's see, from the middle or from here? I think from here. Okay, gonna use my swatter from Lowly Beffy. Okay, now that's pretty. That is really pretty. I'm going to tip it just a little bit back and forth. Let's see if by chance we can get any kind of cells out of this paint. And I forgot to tip my paint again. Why don't you people just tell me these things? Anyway. I am going to let that one sit. And I will let you know if it turns out as bad as the last one we scraped or if I can make something of it. So, this is me signing off. I hope you like my new painting wall back there. I just did that this morning. Some of my paintings up there, just for something to look at besides bare wall. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm sorry this didn't turn out, but experiments are experiments, like they say. I am going to try the Studio 71 in a straight swipe with nothing else. In fact, I'll probably try it on that big canvas that we scraped. Yeah, that one sitting over there, that ugly thing. Well, it's actually prettier now than it was. But I think I'll do that. I'm going to try the Studio 71s on it, just a straight swipe, and see what we come up with. maybe we'll do that tomorrow if I'm feeling up to it. Well, y'all have a wonderful night. God bless you all. Be good to each other and kind to everyone else. Bye.